house where the voodoo doll was, everybody was looking for the voodoo doll for the reveal.
Yeah.
And production had it. I looked everywhere and I couldn't find it. They looked everywhere. They couldn't find it. Nobody knew where it was. A year later, I go into my bedroom and it's on the floor of my bedroom.
Oh my God.
I was like, oh, there you are.
And nobody got time for that.
What's up, everyone? Tania here with popculture.com, and today we are welcoming two of my absolute favorites. You know them as the mother-daughter duo flipping homes in Indianapolis on HGTV's Good Bones. Mina Starsiak Hawk and Laine are here with us. Mina, Karen, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, I love you two so much. So this is going to be so much fun. First of all, how have you two been? How's your summer been going? I know that there's we're coming back into a little bit of a normalcy now. So how have you two been taking care of yourself? Karen, you want to?
Summer's been awesome. Oh, go ahead, Mom.
Oh yeah. People don't know this about me. I'm an introvert. I love to stay home and I love people, but spaced far apart and in small doses. So COVID has been fantastic. It's like COVID's been my friend. Oh, I have to stay home. Great. So just staying home, working on projects, working in the garden, whatever. It's been fantastic. I know it has been fantastic for a lot of other people, and I'm very sad about that. Very sad. But for me, it's been great.
Mina, what about you? You've got your hands full with Charlie and Jack. So cute.
Yeah, it's nice that, we're starting to kind of get a better handle on everything so they can be out and about more. Every time we leave the driveway, no matter where we're going, Jack says, "Me home now?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, we're going to have to get you super socialized," because he's turning 3 in 2 months and such a big chunk of his life. It was just our neighbors' kids. So it's nice to get out and, we're on vacation right now with the whole family and he's playing with all of his cousins, like some that he's never met. So Charlie exists too. She just can't really do much yet.
So, congrats to both of you. 6 seasons of Good Bones. It's so great to see you guys have come so long. And what's it feel like to be part of a show that people love so much and continue to?
What makes me happy about being part of this show, there's a couple things. You said we're flipping homes. No, we're rehabilitating neighborhoods one house at a time. And being part of doing that, making our city better is hugely gratifying to me. That's my favorite thing about what we do. But then I hear from people like you and others like you who were able to inspire or inform. And a lot of husbands who are mad at us because their wives get all these ideas from the show. And I apologize to them. I'm sorry, gentlemen. But your wives are going to get ideas somewhere. So it might as well be from us, right?
Right.
And that has been fantastic. And HGTV is a wonderful home. It's a wonderful company and they've been so good to us. We couldn't ask for a better place to land.
Yeah. Mina, what about you?
I think a lot of the same things Mom said. It feels like, this is our day to day. So it doesn't feel like we're doing anything overly special, but when we do get messages like you're, watching your show, I was stuck in the hospital with fill in the blank. And it, kept my spirits up, things like that. It's just really cool because it's something that I think, we take for granted sometimes, but if it's able to have that kind of uplifting effect on people when they're in a really tough time, it makes it feel more meaningful, not like, oh, we're making a TV show like everyone else. It helps people.
Yeah. And for the most part, you two have really amazing fans and they're basically ride or dies, a lot of them. I love the comment section. It's always so positive. But there are some that kind of seep through the cracks with some harsh criticism and comments. And I noticed that you guys do it very respectfully. Sometimes you will call out, somebody for, making fun of either the kids or making fun of something on the show. So why is it important to address that kind of criticism, especially for it to not blow up and, kind of just get to the bottom of it?
Yeah, I think there's definitely a way to do it. And I don't know if Tad's mastered the way to do it. My personal take on it is I'm not, if you want to be a troll, there's probably other things going on in your life and that's fine. But I also don't think you just get to be a troll privately and not I want you to at least know what you said was not cool. So the way I've done it is like I'll screenshot stuff and I'll cover their name and usually kind of make a little bit of a joke about it. But like you said, after I do that, the amount of comments that are like, who said that? We're going to get them. Like, no, you don't need to get them. They've been privately called out and shamed. I'm sure they're probably very sad at home for what they did. Probably not. But I just try to make it humorous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
Karen, how about you?
I think that, so I remember specifically one person who was very upset about a color. And what I recognize in people who you might say are trolls is they want to be heard too.
Mm-hmm.
They have an opinion. And it seems to me that a lot of them have felt powerless in other areas of their lives.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like the first step is to let them know they're heard. And in this particular case, yes, color is very personal. That's true. 100% true. And I can understand why you wouldn't like this color. It's not for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think if I start from a place of understanding and someone feels heard, that's where communication and relationships starts, because they're lashing out doesn't mean I have to lash out. I can receive that gently and say, hey, and that's okay. If you watch this show and you didn't like the color, then our show has been useful for you because you learned something you didn't like. Mm-hmm. We're not here to just make people like things. These are just ideas.
Yeah.
And it's this
I like Mom's take on it because she'll just talk to them until they're either not mad anymore or just stop responding. She'll just reasonably say things over and over and over. And she's like, I won. They stopped.
Well,
you just got to wear them down.
I consider it a win when I feel like someone has been heard. That's a win for me. And I think that's important because I hear all the fans who support us. Mm-hmm. So why shouldn't the fans who are upset about something also get heard?
Right.
I don't know. It seems fair.
Yeah. And, now I'm so excited. Let's talk about the show because, I watched the season premiere. It was so good. And I know that last year we saw some dramatic stuff like one of the houses collapsed, which was crazy. I know for you guys, it was a little longer than last year for you guys because you filmed it earlier. But are we going to see any more dramatic sort of, demos and renovations, especially with like what fans can expect this season?
We have always. I mean, there's always crazy stuff with the boys. There's always terrible smells that everyone at home is lucky that they can't smell. Mm-hmm. We had some cool. I don't know how to say it. Not like ghost story, but like creepy incident at one house. But also, it's just really hard to remember. So much of it has fallen out of my brain.
Right. It's been so long. Yeah. Go ahead.
Mina thought the incident was creepy, but I didn't think it was creepy. But it is definitely supernatural.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
It resulted in lots of people getting injured.
Right.
Yes.
That's creepy to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very weird when there's supernatural stuff. I know you guys do find weird stuff in the walls sometimes, and like it's scary. I just feel like I think there was like a poltergeist once or something. There was like a poltergeist house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was
the one we're talking about is the season premiere. Yeah. Katie, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's that one.
Yeah.
So
okay. Mm-hmm. But we also found
did you already see it
in a house? We found a voodoo doll in a house for season 3. Was it, Mina, or 2?
Wait, and hold on. Tanya, did you already see it?
I did see the season premiere and I was creeped out by it.
I haven't seen it. How did you get to see it?
I have access. I'll have to.
Oh man, Katie, we're going to need to talk to some people.
Yeah.
We never get to see the episodes early.
It was so good. But yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So the house where the voodoo doll was, everybody was looking for the voodoo doll for the reveal.
Yeah.
And production had it. I looked everywhere and I couldn't find it. They looked everywhere. They couldn't find it. Nobody knew where it was. A year later, I go into my bedroom and it's on the floor of my bedroom.
Oh my God.
I was like, oh, there you are. How did
nobody got time for that?
Yeah, that's too much.
So
now I have new respect for the voodoo doll because apparently it can move on its own power.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, I
literally no explanation for how it got there because I'm a big fan. I worked in an office that was haunted and I'm a big fan of explaining things based on, like, there was a dead crow in my office one day. Oh, it flew down the chimney, flew around the room, and it banged its head on things until it died. All right, that's not creepy to me. But a voodoo doll just showing up Wait, I can't think of a reason. And if your viewers would like to suggest reasons, I'd be happy to hear them. Happy.
Maybe your cat brought it.
Yeah, maybe a cab. I do know some paranormal investigators, so I will hook you up with them and you can find out.
Okay. Yes, let's work it out.
Yes, for sure. So the season premiere is full of shenanigans, which I love. It's always so fun seeing you guys with the crew. And I won't spoil anything, but Mina, that scene with the porta potty was so funny.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. So I'm just wondering, like, how easy is it to troll Corey and the others? Is it really is it a hard thing?
So easy.
Right.
He's the easiest to mess with. The absolute easiest. I don't know if they took this part out yet, but it was like pretty immediate karma. Like I turned around on the bulldozer and I tipped it into the dumpster. Did they show that?
No.
No. Okay. Yeah, I almost tipped it over. The only thing that stopped me was I fell into the dumpster and I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, no, Corey's so easy. Like you could just come up like next to him and be like, pooh, and he'll freak out.
So great.
It's very jumpy.
So Karen, what's it like being the mama bear around all these like grown children? Because like everyone's just playing around.
The problem is I'm not the mama bear.
Okay.
I'm not. I am a toddler.
I'm the mama bear.
The mama bear.
And I will be the first person to engage in some sort of shenanigans. The first. And I am perfectly happy to have pranks played on me and play pranks because that's what makes it fun.
Yeah.
And Nina's the one who's always the fun killer. Always. Always. I don't understand what I did wrong.
Hey.
I didn't raise her right.
I hit Corey while he was in the porta potty with the bulldozer. That's fun.
I wasn't there for that.
That's true. See, I'm not always the fun killer. You just miss it sometimes.
Yeah. And when Mina does engage in shenanigans, I like to remind her that she's turning into her mother, and that's very upsetting to her. Very, very.
So
I still am not knitting. Or crafting nearly as much.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's better. The sun was getting a little blazy there.
So the home that you two the home you two renovated was absolutely gorgeous. I loved everything, the high ceilings, like the so much natural light. What is the key to creating a balance between a home's old charm with a new chic freshness?
I think go ahead.
I think anything with like a fresh coat of paint brings it like modernizing it a little bit. So for example, we had a lot of like the gingerbreading and the turnings, and probably originally there was maybe 7 colors on that house, but modernizing the paint color, simplifying a little bit more, I think brings it into this time and still respects that like the cute character it has.
Karen, what about you?
Well, making things cleaner and simpler makes them feel, to me, more up to date. So if you have a lot of gingerbread, let's just do a little bit of gingerbread. And like Mina said, make it a clean, simple color, and then it feels more up to date. I totally agree with that.
So I know that last season we saw Steve do a little home reno with Tad, and that was really fun to see him get right into all the nitty gritties. Are we going to see him do that again? And Karen, are we also going to see Roger maybe make an appearance in a demo?
As far as Roger goes, I know they've done some filming with him, but his preference is to not be on camera. And I think Steve's the same way. They're happy being the wind beneath our wings, They're just like, no, you go do that. We'll go do something else. But
Steve's in a few places with the kids, but not necessarily with the houses.
Yeah. I think they would both prefer to just be quietly supportive of us.
Yeah, that's so great. And, I know that you guys, showcase a lot of local businesses, which is so nice. And now you two are also small business owners, as opposed to having just 2 chicks and a hammer, the company. But now, Karen, you have Karen's Corner, and Mina, you just celebrate, congratulations, 1 year of District Co. So what can you tell us, Karen, about the store? And then Mina, what can you actually tell us about what's it been like being a small business owner, especially 1 year later? Like, what have you learned so much? So Karen, let's start with you first. I know it's last question.
Okay. My store is very different from District Co. Karen's Corner is take my brain, everything in it, and take it out. And there you have Karen's Corner.
Right.
It's a wild mix of things. And you have to really look. Like there's little things everywhere. and it's a much smaller space than Mina's store. And I'm always working on something. Like I had lamp day last week where I'm working on, I don't know, 8 different lamps, rewiring them, trying to get them done and out in the store. And then I have things from other people. Like Mina's dad, Casey, my first husband, came up to me on the beach. She's like, I have these things and these things. Could I put them in your store? Yeah, sure. Put them in the store. Give me a price. We'll see if we can sell them. So it's very eclectic and a lot of refurbished items. And I haven't priced everything yet. So make me an offer. And it's pop-up. It's when I don't have to film, I'm at the store.
Oh, that's so great. Mina, what about you?
Yeah, it's super exciting that we just celebrated a year because we opened a brick and mortar in a pandemic, which sounds really dumb. And it's going really well. We've had obviously so many changes, like figuring out what works, what doesn't. We've done some pop-ups with other like food places. We do wine tastings. We're having our annual kind of like clear the design area garage sale this weekend. So it's just a bunch of like the cool stuff that we've used from the show or that, you know, we've had sitting around in our design warehouse that we didn't use. And it's starting to become not just a place for people who like the show, like want to come, but like a neighborhood spot. So you can sit in there and work on your computer, or have a glass of wine, or have a sandwich. And I'm proud of my team because they've busted their butts to get it up and running. My sister and sister-in-law played a huge part in that. And now we're just keeping the wheels spinning, getting better every day.
Well, you know, you guys are awesome. I know that you are contributing so much to the community and I love that. And you guys, thank you so much for the wonderful chat. It's been such a pleasure, honestly. Good Bones Season 6 premieres June 29th at 9 p.m. Eastern on HGTV and will be streaming on Discovery Plus as well. For more with Mina and Karen and all your favorite reality TV shows, keep it locked to popculture.com.